And we're still a really young team, one of the youngest teams in the country. We were really young last year. We're still young. Our roster's still somewhat out of whack.
James Franklin at Penn State Media Day reminding all of us that year 3, they're still young. Penn State back to 85 scholarships, but as James said, still out of whack. The question is, how much longer is that an excuse? 0-6 versus ranked opponents, winless against Ohio State, Michigan, and Michigan State. The question remains, is Franklin the guy for Happy Valley? Well, I think this is the year we find out.
Really feel like we've laid a foundation, a lot of different areas that's going to allow us to take some steps in the right direction and show some progress.
Progress has been the message, but it's been hard to see.
We're in really position right now to have true competition.
Depth is the biggest difference, and it starts with the running backs and number 26.
I think it's the number of traits that he possesses.
Saquon Barkley, bigger, stronger, and with better hair.
When my hair's real short, I feel like I look really young.
Real young and real good. After 1,000 yards his freshman year, don't be surprised if he doubles it in year 2.
Certainly when you have a talent of Saquon's caliber, you want to get him the opportunities to touch the ball as many times as possible.
With Barkley, 5-star freshman Miles Sanders, and experience at receiver, new offensive coordinator Joe Moorhead has a lot to play with.
It's going to be competition all through camp. I just work as hard as I can every day and push the guys around me.
Including 2 QBs.
The decision, hopefully, will be clear to everybody.
The defense is arguably the biggest question.
D-line, as you guys know, is a critical area for us.
The body language there says it all. 3 out of 4 gone to the NFL. Garrett Sickles ready to shoulder the load.
We're ready to show everyone, what the Penn State defensive line for 2016 is all about.
So what will the 2016 Nittany Lions be all about?
Once again, it's too early to tell. We'll see.
The pieces are there. It's time for Franklin to transform
progress
into wins, because that is the real thing. Now, speaking of
wins, let's try and predict. Kent State is a win, so it really starts with Pitt. First time in 16 years, Penn State at Heinz Field. Penn State's fully capable of winning this game, but prove it to me first. So week 2, I'm going to say loss. Temple, revenge game, win. Michigan, loss. Then home for 3. Minnesota, Maryland, both wins. Home versus Ohio State, that's a great tailgate, but terrible game. That's a loss. Purdue, win. Then Iowa at home. That's a must-win for Franklin, especially if he does lose to Pitt. So I'll give him a win there. Then Indiana, Rutgers, both wins. Closing out the year with a loss at Michigan State. So a total of 8-4 with a shot at 9 in the bowl game. So I think that's a fair, borderline optimistic outlook. If Franklin can't beat Pitt or Iowa and loses to a Temple or Maryland, then I think it's safe to look for a new coach. But for now, let's let them play the games first. And hey, sports not done. An explosive day at Watkins Glen. Next.